Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue à notre chaîne French Pro Global. So my dear students, welcome to our channel French Pro Global. So in this video my dear students, I am going to teach you a very important topic, that is le passé récent. The name of the topic is le passé récent. So le passé récent क्या होता है? What is le passé récent? So le passé récent is a tense in French grammar that will help you to describe an action that has just happened. Let me repeat again. So, le passé récent will help you to describe an action that has just happened, which means passé récent will help you to describe an action जो अभी अभी हुआ है, ऐसा काम जो अभी just complete किया है आपने, है ना. For example, if it is a morning time and you just had your breakfast, you say I just had my breakfast, okay. लंच आपने अभी अभी करा है, you just say I just had my lunch, okay. Or if you have just completed your homework, you just say I have just completed my homework. So in order to describe such kind of action, you need le passé récent. So I hope le passé récent क्या होता है, this is clear to you, okay. So now let us learn how to make le passé récent, okay. So I have already written here, you can see le passé récent, okay, which is used to describe an action that has just happened, okay. Now, how we make passé récent? The formula of passé récent is this. First of all, you have to give subject, okay. First of all, you have to give subject, and then you have to do the conjugation of venir in present tense, okay. And then what you have to do? You have to give here the or d apostrophe, okay. The you have to give when the verb is not starting with vowel, but d apostrophe you have to give when the verb is starting with a vowel, okay. And then you have to give infinitive, okay. So infinitive is very important in passé récent, okay. So what is infinitive? What is this infinitive? So my dear students, I have already discussed infinitive in my previous video when I was teaching you le futur proche. So infinitive क्या होता है? Infinitive is a French word, but in English we call it infinitive. Hello, what is infinitive? So infinitive is the original verb, a verb without conjugation, okay. So for example, parler, which means to speak. So the spelling of parler verb is P-A-R-L-E-R, parler. So parler is the original verb, is the infinitive verb, a verb without conjugation, okay. The original, the main verb is the infinitive. So you have to give here infinitive. So this is the formula of passé récent. Let me again revise the formula of passé récent. So first of all, you have to give subject, okay. Subject like je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, okay. I, you, he, she, we, they. So these are subjects. So first of all, you have to give subjects, and then what you have to give? You have to give the conjugation of venir, conjugation of verb venir, okay. And then what you have to give? You have to give the or d apostrophe, okay. And then you have to give infinitive, that is the original verb, okay. So subject, you already know subject. Now conjugation of venir I have already taught you in my previous video, but don't worry, here also I have conjugated this verb venir for you. So venir, so the venir means to come, okay. So how do you conjugate venir verb in present tense? So you can see here, okay. So venir will be conjugated like this: je viens, tu viens, il, elle vient, nous venons, vous venez, il, elle viennent, okay. So this is the conjugation of verb venir, which is mandatory to make passé récent, okay. Let me again repeat this verb. So venir, which means to come, and this will be conjugated like this: je viens, tu viens, il, elle vient, nous venons, vous venez, il, elle viennent. So my dear students, you already now know the conjugation of venir, okay. And subject, je means I, tu means you, which is informal, and il, which means he, elle, which means she, and nous, which means we, and vous, which means you. So you is here formal as well as plural and singular. Okay, il, which means they, a group of male or group mixed group के लिए we have to use il, and elle, which means they, this is used for a group of female. So now you know the subject, you know the conjugation of venir, which is mandatory subject conjugation of venir, and then the and infinitive. Okay, now let me give you some examples. Okay, you can see here on this board, je viens de manger. Okay, je viens de manger. Okay, so what it means? I have just eaten or I just ate, which means मैंने अभी अभी खाया. Okay, so now according to formula you have to understand. So what I said, in order to make passé récent, है ना, which help you to describe an action that has just happened, so you need a formula for that. The formula is subject. Okay, so see, I have already given here subject. Okay, done. Then you have to add the conjugation of venir. Okay, conjugation of venir. So je will take, see here, je will take the conjugation of venir, यानी कि viens. So je will take viens. So I have given here the conjugation of venir, and then what you have to give, either you have to give the or the apostrophe. Since the next verb is not starting with a vowel, this is not starting with a vowel, then you have to give the. Okay, if this verb, if any verb will start with a vowel, okay, then you have to give the apostrophe. So here the manger verb is not starting with a vowel, so you have to give the, this word the. Okay, and then we have to give infinitive. Okay, so infinitive is manger. Manger means to eat. So manger means to eat, and this is infinitive, a verb without conjugation. Original verb, main verb is manger, and that is infinitive. So this sentence is according to this formula. So if you are making passé récent, you have to write this sentence according to this formula. First of all, you have to give subject, then you have to give conjugation of venir, and then you have to give the or the apostrophe, and then you have to give infinitive. So now see the other example. Tu viens de boire un café, which means you just had a coffee, है ना? Because passé récent means what? An action that has just happened, है ना? So in this sentence, tu viens de boire un café, which means you just had coffee. तुमने अभी अभी coffee पिया है. Okay. So see according to formula. So first of all you have to give subject. I have given subject. Then you have to give conjugation of venir. See, I have given here conjugation of venir, and then you have to give the. I have given here the, and then you have to give infinitive. I have given here infinitive. Okay, so this is the formula for passé récent. If you see other examples, you will see the same formula. Okay, for example, il vient d'arriver. Okay, so subject, which means he just arrived. है ना? So see, this is the formula also. Subject, I have given subject. Then you have to give the conjugation of venir. I have given the conjugation of venir. Okay, and then you have to give the. I have given here the. But here I have given the apostrophe. Why I have given here D apostrophe, my dear students? Because I told you na ki DE we have to give when the verb is not starting with a vowel. But if the verb is starting with a vowel, then you have to give D apostrophe. So you observe here, this verb arriver, arriver means to arrive. So this is a verb and starting with a vowel alphabet. So that is why we have to give D apostrophe. Okay, and it means he just arrived. Okay, so this is also correct according to the formula. Okay, now the last sentence, second last, elle vient de déjeuner. Okay, my dear students, déjeuner means to have lunch. Okay, so elle vient de déjeuner, which means she just had lunch, यानी कि उस लड़की ने अभी अभी lunch किया है. Okay, okay, so see, this is also according to the formula. Subject, this is subject, conjugation of venir, and the, okay, and then infinitive. This is infinitive. Déjeuner, déjeuner is a verb which means to have lunch. So she had just had, she just had lunch. Okay. Now the last sentence. Ils viennent de regarder un film. So my dear students, ils viennent de regarder un film. Regarder is a verb which means to watch. Okay. So what it means? They just watched a film. So This sentence is again according to the formula of le passé récent. The formula is subject, okay, I have given here subject, then you have to give the conjugation of venir, I have given here conjugation of venir, and then you have to give the, I have given here the, then you have to give infinitive, I have given here infinitive, okay, regarde. So this sentence is also correct according to the formula of le passé récent. All right. So my dear students, let me quickly summarize this class. So today we have learned le passé récent. Le passé récent is an important topic, important tense in French grammar. And so why we need to learn passé récent? Because it helps you to describe an action that has just happened. तो ये passé récent आपकी help करता है उस काम को बताने के लिए जो आपने अभी अभी किया है ना, कुछ मिनट पहले, कुछ सेकंड पहले, यू नो, बिफोर सेकंड्स, बिफोर सम सेकंड्स, बिफोर सम मिनट्स, इफ यू हैव डन सम वर्क, देन you have to use le passé récent. Okay, I hope this is clear, and still if you have any doubt you can write your query and doubts in the comment section. And अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा है तो प्लीज़ लाइक दिस वीडियो, सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड शेयर दिस वीडियो विद अदर्स so that they can also learn French. Okay, so au revoir, see you in the next video.